Hi, today I'm going to be showing you a very simple recipe. I am going to be preparing cabbage and it's going to be a very easy process and the results are going to be super delicious. If you're new here, I'm Scovia and welcome to Infoods Specials, where the recipes are always simple and easy. So stay tuned until the end of the video and learn how to make this amazing recipe. Yeah. So to get started, I'm going to move over to the stove top and on medium heat I'm going to add oil, a couple of tablespoons of oil. Then I'm going to pick my spatula, add onions. Then I'm going to stir in the onions and let the onions soften. I'm using medium flame to cook my onions and I just want them to be a little bit soft. When my onions are soft, I'm going to add crushed garlic and ginger. So I'm going to add this, and you'll find all the ingredients listed in the description box down below, together with some of my videos. Stir in the garlic and ginger and cook until fragrant. When cooking garlic and ginger, you should always stir, because if you leave it without stirring, it will burn. That is a must, it will burn. So you stir as the garlic and ginger cooks. For this recipe, I'm not going to brown my onions because I don't want them to look ugly. That is why I just want them to soften. As you can see, it is ready. I am going to add in my meat. Stir in. And it's smelling amazing. Make sure the meat is coated with the garlic and ginger and onions and stir for about 1 minute. So I'm trying to give my meat a brown color, so I'm going to let it sit for about 1 minute, and I'll make sure that the meat is in one layer so that we can sear our meat. This is how my meat is looking after 1 minute. So I'm going to give it a stir. At this point, I'm going to add in my spices. So I'm going to add cumin and paprika. Add a little bit of black pepper. Stir in. And as you can see, my meat has turned color to a reddish color. That is because of the paprika. Paprika doesn't have a lot of taste, it's just for color. And at this point, I just want to dig in. For this recipe, I'm using beef, and it's usually a little bit tough. So I'm going to add in a little bit of water so that my meat can boil. So I'll add about a cup of water. Stir in the water and let my meat boil for around 30 to 1 hour or until tender. So at this point, this is how my meat is looking and it's very tender. I'm going to give it a stir and it smells amazing. So to this, I'm going to add 2 Royco cubes. Stir in. This looks totally amazing. So you stir in the Royco cubes and because they usually contain a lot of salt, I'm not going to be adding any salt. So at this point, I'm going to add in my cabbage. Then I'm going to stir in the cabbage, and at this point I'm going to reduce the flames to medium low. Wow, look at that. I'm already salivating. This is how I like cooking my cabbage. Whenever I feel I need meat in my cabbage. So I'm going to stir in the cabbage so that the cabbage can absorb all the spices and all the flavors in the meat. And trust me, if you try out this recipe, you're absolutely going to love it. And you know, cabbage usually cooks in a very short while. You don't want to overcook your cabbage. So I'm going to let this cook for about 2 minutes. But before I let it cook, I'm going to add my green pepper. Stir. I always love my bell pepper when it's crunchy, so I'll add it at this point. This is looking amazing. So I'm going to give it a minute, 2 minutes, and yeah, everything will be ready. My cabbage has turned out very good, and I've already given it a taste because yeah, I'm a cook. I'm always the first one to taste, and it's so flavorful from the garlic and ginger and the spices, and it's going to be a hit if you try out this recipe. So thank you so much for watching, and catch you on my next episode. Bye.